Alrighty, it is currently 3:22 p.m. and this is the maintenance which is in conformity to the pattern of conduct that I have continuously documented here at third-party facilitating venue Alvarado Gardens. And as I'm documenting Alvarado Gardens, I am documenting the state of California. This is a neighboring venue over here. They're group stalking. They're in relevant position. This is a third-party group stalker that is monitoring with the Los Angeles Police Department. That's Tiffany Cherez. The entity is amplifying helicopter activity, and then you have another third-party group stalker that's begins blasting music. These are demons that are, through their activity creation, communicating hostility. And that's just a legal interpretation of what is a heavily demented and demon-possessed entity that's engaged in the criminal elements of monitoring together, to be frank. But the entity is doing so under the light source, which remains here, just like I stated, just on the opposite side of the same building. This is building 1810. That's building 1818. That's building 1806, where my apartment is. This is the maintenance of the light source. And again, this morning, you're talking about 8 o'clock in the morning, visible outside of my window. You're talking about over this mountain right here that's in alignment with my living room. The entity is amplifying magnified light, creating multiple shadows, appearing on all the walls, stretching through the apartment into my bedroom, and rising up into the heights of the wall. That's not sunlight, and this is also not the sun. And just as I stood here at the same location and that light source was here, you're talking about what is hours later and it's still here. That's not the sun. And it is also, again, serving for what was never the sun. It was the pattern of conduct in Ontario, California at third-party facilitating venue Woodside Senior Apartments. Tracy Lemire Banks is a third-party group stalker, a demon-possessed one, who is engaged in and continuously has been engaged in and facilitating federal group stalking and monitoring, a satanic method of targeting an American citizen, and has engaged in multiple criminal acts, each of which are grounds of federal prison. But that pattern of conduct, as I documented her engaging in that with the Ontario Police Department, a demon-possessed department that's engaged in this criminal system in concert with the people of the state. That was a facilitating venue where the specific environment, the phenomenon, remained present all day long, and it is mutually exclusive. This would not possibly be the sun at any time of day. And as you'll also see as you isolate the venue here, this would not possibly be the sun as you are looking at it, the maintenance of it. This is less than a mile. When you're talking about where the camera is, it's within my view. The entity was rising the sun right here, right down yonder, and here it is right here. In addition to what is always coexisting in the specific environment, the impossible light activity. Light that just manifests out of nowhere, and even when you step into it, it doesn't disappear like normal sunlight does. It illuminates as I step into it in the shadow. That's not normal light. That's the light that they're all present in, that they're moving around in. 6BQH757 is a demon-possessed group stalker. An impossible light moves across the apartment building while that demon operates a vehicle as the method of light activity and relevant positioning. All right, this is what the entity is doing on a systematic basis, and they do it while in the custody of children. They do it with a criminal purpose of targeting an individual, and they do so what is the malicious means of what is their everyday life. That is, as they live and breathe and exist and have their being, they're engaged in ongoing terrorism of another person. It's in violation of their constitutional human rights, and the entity has no individual basis of presence. Everything that they're doing is criminal. While they're doing it, where they're doing it is criminal, and serving that ongoing criminal system. And that is serving for what's going to be in the way that they're engaged in corporate invasion of privacy, a sex offense in concert and via children, in concert and on behalf of the department. The federal government is going to come here and do a sweeping act with regard to prosecution. All right, and that's just flipping that malice on its head. The entity is engaged in what is the criminal system under what is the phenomenon, the direct evidence as to what they are, demons, and to what they're doing, criminal monitoring and group stalking. All right, it is 3:26 p.m. and it's not possibly the sun that remained, as I documented in 2020 at Woodside Senior Apartments, as the entity maintained impossible light activity inside of that apartment. Was never sunlight anyway, and also the sun wouldn't remain present over a single apartment all day long. But that's a pattern of conduct, in the same way that the entity is maintaining presence in an engineered light and under what is a light source that's not possibly the sun. And so while it's 3:26 here, you're talking about the maintenance of a light source. The sun would never have even reached any sky space in the state of Florida. So Florida is 3 hours ahead of us, and this is common sense. Okay, I want to point something out to you right now. Tiffany Cherez is engaged. These demons are walking in engineered light. I want you to see that. They're monitoring with children. Perpetual sex offense with children, and she's got her teenager. I want to be clear, they're engaging in demonic activity together. All right, this is the practice of the demonic is serving for what is terrorism of an American citizen. While American citizens engage in this criminal system with children, those are the grounds of relieving them of custody. All right, so I want to be, Child Protective Services has a new founded legal basis to remove children from households of those that are practicing with the state this system as I've exposed it. And the entire property at Alvarado Gardens, everybody in relevant position, engaging in that. These demons are walking in the parking lot and going, oh, I forgot something. No, they're pacing. They're pacing in the engineered light. Okay. It is currently 3:27 p.m. This is P.O.C. Amplified plane activity with underage children. She's an operation of a communication device. They're in the specific environment, and this is the normal conduct of the Los Angeles Police Department. The demon-possessed entity, that, by the way, is group stalking 24 hours a day while engineered light is on the ceilings in my living room and in my bedroom at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, while they, being the demons that they are flying around in circles and patrolling around in relevant position. All right, and they do so corrupting, engaging, and contributing to the delinquency of minors and engaging in a sex offense, a massive one, with those under the age of majority. And this one's going to federal prison. This is P.O.C. 24X0821. That's P.O.C. He's going to federal prison. All right, it is, again, 3:28 p.m.